going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
There was some other news this week, too. We have Andreessen Horowitz, one of the leading Silicon Valley venture capital firms, opening their first cryptocurrency fund, $300 million they put into it. It's the first major VC firm to open a crypto fund. You also have a crypto hedge fund. I mean, does this industry need more competition in the fund world? Does this make it harder for you to raise money?
I think it's a super good thing for the ecosystem. Chris Dixon, who's one of the GPs there, and I think Katie Hahn's the other. Chris is an LP in our fund in Multicoin, so know them for a while. Overall, it's a great thing for the ecosystem. We're talking to a lot of endowments today who are looking at the crypto ecosystem, and there's just a real challenge for them and kind of career risk because it's unknown space, a lot of unknown fund managers, and being able to take a top-tier very well-known general partner there who's been there for 5 or 6 years now, and to kind of launch a dedicated vehicle. It's a very good way for existing institutional LPs to be able to invest in crypto through a known entity or a known vehicle. So I think it's kind of the trickle of opening the floodgates of institutional capital is starting to come in through Chris and Katie's new fund.
Tell us.
Which coins are you shorting?
We're definitely very long biased, and it is our general bias is to be fully deployed or close to fully deployed. And that's where we want to be. We are not fully deployed at the moment, and we are not fully long right now. We have a few shorts open. That's largely a reflection of market cycle and then a few idiosyncratic views about certain assets. So right now we have, for example, shorts open on Ripple and Litecoin. Like Litecoin, in my view, has no reason to exist. It was a fork of Bitcoin. It's just been sitting around.
It's a harsh assessment.
The only investment thesis I've ever heard for Litecoin is it's a testnet for Bitcoin, but that's not an investment thesis. And so, it trades. It's got a 2, 3, 4 billion market cap, whatever the number is. But it doesn't really have a reason to exist. It's clearly more risky than Bitcoin, just kind of structurally in terms of brand and everything else. When we look at Ripple, Ripple they keep selling into the market. Based on kind of the SEC's guidance from a couple weeks ago about Ether being not being a security, it's quite clear to us that Ripple is a security. We don't know when that news is going to drop, but the catalysts seem to have kind of gone away from Ripple, and we have very high conviction that it is a security. And so as kind of the system plays out over time, we think that short will deliver idiosyncratic returns.
So the security label is kind of a designation that kind of dooms these cryptocurrency. I think it's kind of a fatal designation.
So the challenge with being labeled security in the space formally is that not a single exchange in the world today that trades crypto is a SEC registered exchange. If you go to the SEC's website and look at exchanges, SEC certified exchanges, there's like 10 or 12 of them. It's NASDAQ, NYSE, CFTC, the CBOE, right?
Well, a bunch of them are pursuing financial regulations that will allow them to do that.
And some have broker-dealer licenses like Coinbase and some others.
Right, so Coinbase has got an ATS now. They got a broker-dealer license, but that's a long way away from being an SEC registered exchange. And that's a multi-year process, and that's well known to be a super, super difficult thing to do. And so my point is that if Ripple is labeled a security formally by the SEC, all of the crypto exchanges are going to stop trading Ripple because they are not SEC certified exchanges, SEC registered exchanges. And so if that happens, liquidity is going to dry up on XRP and the price will plummet.
Well, we'll just have to see how the coins fall.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the new Road Order book. The new Road Order book is going to show you how the world works. It is definitely time to wake up out of your sleep in the times that we're in right now. Plus, guys, we know we're waiting on that next main event towards the end of the year. We had the first quarter event. Like I told you, that would happen. Don't forget this is Shemitah year. And then also, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's definitely time to re-educate. And also, those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon, much love, keep it coming. Do not forget I have the New World Order cryptos in my Patreon. Do your own research, but going inside of a bear market, you definitely want the cryptos that have real use cases. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first. And right now, the market is flat. As we saw, stocks took a beating. Plus, on Thursday, we saw yield rates rise. I think the 5-year got over 3%. And then also we had futures. So right now we are ticking slightly up. We know we are the only game in town. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators as yield rates, volume, tether, USDC, and then plus, of course, guys, the Fed. The Fed Friday did pull back on the repo. And we are exactly 11 days away from the Fed decision. And we see the markets are trying to price in these rate hikes. And they're going to be raising rates 3 months straight. And this will send a shock wave through the markets. We have been pumping and dumping just off of 25 basis points. So just imagine if they raise it another 25 or 50 over 3 months, what's going to happen? So we don't get any relief until August. And we already know this is Shemitah year. So we know we're going to have another main event at the end of the year. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And then also Grayscale. Grayscale just happens to move lockstep with the market. And Grayscale sells about $2 billion. So guys, make sure you're paying attention to the allocations. Now, getting over to the video of multi-coin capital. Now, guys, this video is about 4 years old. And of course, guys, I've been over Andreessen, my guy. Make sure you watch the videos that I made when I first started. Because basically, you have to go to the very beginning of someone's career in order to get an understanding on how the NWO use the agents. A few of these videos are circulating on Twitter for the Ripple and SEC movie. And when we go back in time, we can find plenty of videos where everyone was saying that XRP was a security and eventually the SEC would come around. And then also we see a lot of videos of Brad Garlinghouse with the banking elite. So guys, we know this is all part of a plan. Do not get caught up in this movie. When you look at the XRP price, it didn't go up until the SEC case and also being delisted from the actual exchanges in the US. It didn't move until then if you go back and look at the history. And the SEC never told any of the exchanges to delist XRP. And that's how you know this is all part of a much bigger plan. Because when you look over in Asia and in the Middle East, Ripple and XRP have no problem. Please go check out my Society 5.0 videos. But guys, we're going inside of a bear market. Also, the destruction of the US dollar and America to Babylon. This is the last thing you should be worried about. It's called a distraction. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you. And lastly, guys, we have Fidelity has a virtual 8-story building in the Metaverse. You heard that right. And it will be for education and dancing. They're trying to bring in the youth. Remember I told you, millennials and Generation Z are the target. It's up to the elders to educate, guys. Remember, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. You are living a movie. And remember, the Cryptoteacher told you because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, It's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, if you're new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance, do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The Cryptoteacher stock channel, Cryptoteacher stocks. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. Where everybody's sitting at home, get their own stocks. The C-Red, the biotech stocks, and where everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. Powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.